are back. That's right. We are back to the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. I am Dr. B. Welcome back to our show. And guess what? This is show number 62. That's right. Show number 62. And it's entitled, you probably know what it's about. It's entitled, The Cultural Impact of Will Smith Assault on Chris Rock at the Oscars. That's right. I'm gonna do it. This is race relations in a deeper sense. Yes, that's right. This is show number 62, and it's entitled, The Cultural Impact of Will Smith Assault on Chris Rock at the Oscars. Well, by now, each and every one of you probably seen the slap around the world at the Oscars, which happened Sunday. Today is Friday, April 1st. And it's about time to call out this horrible act of violence by so-called actor, Will Smith. Yeah, I'm going to go there. So, again, that's the title of the show. I'm going to break it down from a brother's standpoint. Okay? I've heard a lot of different issues, a lot of discussions, and I'm going to touch on as many of those issues during our show. This show number 62. Again, it's titled, The Cultural Impact of Will Smith Assault on Chris Rock at the Oscars. We want to thank Podbean. Thank you, Podbean, for providing our platform. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio. Tune in. Amazon Prime with Audible, and of course, Spotify. Thank you, Spotify, for showcasing our podcast over the entire, year or so, year and a half, almost 2 years now. So this is show number 62, and again, unfortunately, this is really a sad situation to kind of talk about in race relations and how it relates to college students and the impact of these events happening on not a national, but a global scale. Because as many of my college students talk about, we have actually a topic on pop culture and issues of different pop cultural icons. They say icons, music, language, everything that's related, that's outside the norm, outside the regular lecture topic that we discuss on race and ethnic relations, pop culture. And many of my students talk about their celebrities over the years and how much they are tied to and connected to the various celebrities. Now, just in case some of you may not have seen it, the incident of Will Smith, the previous rapper and now actor over the past few decades, what had occurred, and I'm pulling up the photos that I took. Let me just back up. I wasn't even looking at the damn Oscars. I didn't even look at the Oscars. I wasn't looking at it. I haven't tuned into the Oscars for quite some time. Yet Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars, and I heard some controversy that happened during the event. And again, normally I don't watch it. So I saw what was going on on the social media and this stuff that was happening on Twitter. And so I started to tune in on some of the news accounts. And then later that evening, and then the next day, that's when things blew up completely. And I said, so what the heck happened? What really happened? So I looked at the entire interaction between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Chris Rock was hosting. Chris Rock was actually saying a few, like the host would normally do, jokes about everybody. And Chris Rock, Chris Rock is always going to be edgy. Most comedians going to host a show going to be edgy. And as he had done before, make jokes about celebrities. And he made a joke about, okay, now we bringing in Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife. And he made a joke about her lack of hair. And I don't know the entire joke, but it's about why her head is bald. And yeah, he went there. Again, it's Hollywood. It's the Oscars. Will Smith was nominated as Best Actor for his role of portraying the Serena and Venus Williams' dad in their movie. That's the reason why he was front and center, along with Jada. So Chris Rock went there, and of course Chris and Jada and Will Smith, they have a history together. They've acted together. They performed together. Chris Rock even, acted in the Madagascar cartoon movie with Jada over the years. And now am I going? Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'll go there in just a second. Hold on. I'm only 7 minutes in. So anyway, just let me give you the scenario. So he made the joke. Okay, you seen where it was a funny joke. I'd laugh at Chris Rock. So, of course, Will Smith sitting there front and center didn't take kindly to the joke. And then he actually got up, walked from his table up on stage. This is live. Live as you could ever be. Worldwide live. And Will Smith walks straight up to Chris Rock and smacks him across, the left cheek on his face. And then now I got my pictures on my other laptop. And then after he slaps him front and center, Will Smith walks back to his chair, calmly, arrogantly, and sits down while Chris Rock maintains his composure after being slapped by a African American male, another brother, live, internationally. He says, I just got slapped by Will Smith. Wow. No one did anything in the hall. No one jumped up. But Will Smith sat down. And once Will Smith sat down, here's the other part of it. He started talking smack, profanity, cussing loudly to Chris Rock. Arrogantly, loudly, nastily, cussing And you can see the folks around Will Smith felt uncomfortable. Yet Jada, sitting close by, just smiled. While Will Smith, yes, Will Smith, continued to cuss loudly to Chris Rock. Again, now here is where I'll give you a little bit of my history, understanding of Will Smith and Chris. Many times you just got to pull back. I've seen all the clips, all the discussion the past week. I've seen commentary by all the celebrities that were there. Seen all the talk shows make their commentary. Whoopi Goldberg on the View. All the celebrities. Seen on Sykes on Ellen DeGeneres show. All Wanda Sykes on the DeGeneres show make their comments, and only a couple of folks that really I connected with in their commentary of the event were Jim Carrey, the comedic actor, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's right, Jim Carrey, the comedic actor who worked with Will Smith before, during the 90s, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the renowned scholar, professional athlete, basketball player, mentor, guru, ambassador, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who protested back in the day with Muhammad Ali, with Martin Luther King. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said that was the most disgusting incident he has ever seen. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote a big major statement, and I'm wholeheartedly in agreement with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because he said, and I thought, and I said it myself, this was such a negative impact, detrimental impact on the black male. Here we go again. Violence among black men. Violence against another brother. Assault against another African American male. In the context of a celebrity major event in which it was about an artificial environment. The artificial environment is Hollywood. I used to live out in LA. Yes, I lived in LA. We visited, my family and I, we visited LA, Hollywood. It's an artificial environment. But in that artificial environment, those who are in that artificial environment feels like it's the real world. But they're so vastly detached from the real world. Will Smith, let me just say, is vastly detached from the real world. He has been insulated for decades. Insulated for decades. Yes, I used to watch his show, uh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when it was on NBC, where he transitioned himself from from a rapper to a so-called TV actor. And he strategically planned his acting career, leaving Jazzy Jeff, Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff back in the day, to become an actor, become an accomplished TV actor, and then moving to movie actor, and starring in number of movies over the past number of decades, playing the Hollywood role as a good black male. And somehow over the decades, he gets the role again, the major roles again, because he played the game. And it wasn't just, I'm going to go there. It wasn't just Will Smith. Again, I'm just just a bystander, way from far away as a fan, as a fan of the TV and movie industry. But I hear things too over the decades, during the 80s and 90s, when Will Smith was trying to carve out his career, and as well as Jada trying to carve out her career back in the 80s and the 90s. We know about Jada. Hello. And I used to watch the entertainment shows back during the 80s and 90s. We know about Jada's back history. Okay? And it was wild. Back in the 80s, and it was wild. Okay? So now they're a part of the elite Hollywood establishment. And somehow that elite Hollywood establishment makes individual thinks that they can do anything. Anything! Well, guess what? Will Smith crossed the line. And in my opinion, okay, just in my opinion, and I believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar even said the same thing, but in my opinion, Dr. B's opinion, he definitely crossed the line, and he definitely denigrated black males to a major degree. And he should be punished severely for it. Severely. And I was awestruck that he was allowed to stay at the ceremony and the Academy Awards to receive his award after doing this. No one, at least what I've heard just in the past day, that the producer of the show decided not to remove Will Smith from the event. Even though there was rumblings that others felt uncomfortable, the producer of the show decided not to remove him. And now the discussion is, will he keep his Oscar? Will he be able to come back to the Academy? No, he should not be. No, absolutely not. Sponsorship should run away from Will Smith. And now here we go. Let me move on. Now, what was the kicker? After I was listening, I'm a bystander. I'm just a bystander from afar. A bystander. And what really kind of surprised me when I'm preparing for this show, I saw a little clip in the past few days. They interviewed Will Smith's mom. They interviewed Will Smith's mom. Right after, later in that evening of the Oscars. and a reporter asked Will Smith's mom, "What did you think about what your son just did earlier in the evening?" And she responded, again, all glammed up, but so honest. Her eyes were glassy. She was feeling sad. And she said, "My son has never acted like that before." She was shocked. Even the mom could not justify it. Regardless of Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, there's another video that just came out. 2 days ago, another video came out that was a person was taking a video right behind Jada and Will Smith's table. And it shows that when Will Smith, after he hit Chris Rock, he sat down and Jada laughed. When he sat down, Jada was laughing. Wow. She laughed. Yet the day after, once they started to get a lot of pushback, Jada sent out a message saying it's time for healing. Then, of course, Will Smith apologized the day after, 2 days after, whatever, to Chris Rock. And let me just say, Chris Rock is on tour now, and he hasn't addressed the issue. As a matter of fact, he just said, yes, what I saw last night on the entertainment show, that he's still processing the event. And Chris Rock is, he's with the brothers. He's been doing his part from day one, hanging out with Eddie, starting with Eddie giving him, breaks to star in his movies, getting him a start. Chris Rock, with his one of his show, Everybody Hates Chris, doing a great job. But of course, he's going to be edgy. He's going to stretch it. That's Chris Rock. But it's a joke. And yes, the joke crossed the line. But does that justify going up on stage and slapping another black male, denigrating him, and then being proud of it, and having Will Smith kids celebrate it as well, and tweet out, that's how we do things? So what cultural image did Will Smith do for black males and the African American culture, when others outside of our culture, our population, more than likely just say, there they go again, resorting to violence. Resorting to violence. Even at the highest level of accomplishment. Many folks outside of our culture would say, there they go again. So Will Smith helped to continue the baggage that every black male, and now I'm getting back to the individual. As a black male myself, it was deplorable. I was saddened. I was sick. It was disturbing that a black male in 2022 think that he can do that to another brother who worked hard just to make it himself and rise up in society to host an Academy Award show, the Oscars, and demean him the rest of his life. And that's what Will Smith did to Chris Rock. demeaned him the rest of his life. That's the cultural impact of that slap on a worldwide event. How do you process that as a black male? It's disgusting. It's deplorable. It's saddening. And yet, in real life, we know that brothers are killing brothers right and left. Cities across America. For whatever reason. We don't want to hear about it each and every day. But it's the fact. Brothers are killing brothers. That's the real world. And even in Hollywood, a brother's going to resort to violence just to make a statement. Just to make a statement. And this is one brother, me, lost all respect for Mr. Will Smith. That's where you cross the line. As an individual, as a professional, and particularly as a brother, you cross the line. There is no apology for... Now, I'm just going to say, there's no apology that can bring you back, brother. It's captured live, internationally. There is nothing that can bring you back to the brotherhood. There is nothing that you can do to bring you back to the brotherhood. Period. Because most of the times, a lot of African American males gave him a pass because he's doing his due. He's making his way. He's hustling just like everybody else. He did this, did that. He made an opportunity for himself. We all love when brothers make an opportunity for themselves. Making money. Bringing out, doing his causes. And don't care about some of his causes, like, well, but we let it go. That Scientology stuff, we let it go. But he's bringing in millions of dollars. But when you go so far and think you're so insulated and you demean another brother on a worldwide stage, there's no coming back. You lost respect to many of us. I'm not going to say all of us, at least many of us who have been doing our best to maintain our professionalism, our dignity, our identity in this mainstream world, in this Americana world that we have to adjust to each and every day as a black male in this society. And you just demeaned it. And if you put a stain on the rest of us who are doing the best we can each and every day to stay out of trouble, to present positive role models, and yet your action put us back decades. Put us back decades. And I hope some of the African American actors will enlighten you, my brother Will Smith. 'Cause when time goes on, when you get older, when you get in your older age, you're going to be looking for some support from the brotherhood. Yeah, you're going to look for some support from the brotherhood. And guess what? It's not going to be there. We don't forget. And this is unforgettable. It's unforgettable. And guess what? It's unforgivable. So again, that's my take on this race relations issues. And normally I'm talking about one race versus another. Black versus white, white versus black, black versus Latino, black versus Asian, all these other groups. But now it's in-house for among African Americans. And we need to take house within our group. And need to check folks within so-called our group. So again, that's my opinion. But we got to realize that's there is a cultural impact of an event such as this that's going to change people's perceptions about black males forever. Forever. So it's going to have a cultural impact affecting black males forever. For many of them, then it has the impact on Chris Rock being the victim of this assault. No doubt that it was not an assault. And if this was another set of individuals of different race and ethnicity, wow, it would have blown up. People would have been persecuted. People would have put in jail immediately. But it's a black on black crime, black on black assault. So a person has not even been incarcerated yet. But guess what? They should be. Yeah, Will Smith should be punished, at least by the Academy Awards board. And I'm speaking to Whoopi Goldberg. Stand up, speak up. And I Whoopi's cool. I don't agree with Whoopi with a lot of things, but Whoopi's an actress, high renown. But I just saw her on The View talking about, we're not going to take away his Oscars, but there's got to be a punishment. Well, step up, Whoopi. You have a lot of clout on that board. Make things happen the right way. And I wish there were some brothers on the board and speak up. But thank you. Let me just give a quick thank you to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Stepping up and saying what's really the impact of this incident, how it impacted all of us, but particularly African American males. So thank you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's all I got. Yeah, you're toast, brother. This is show number 62. The cultural impact of Will Smith assault on Chris Rock at the Oscars. Yeah, send me your opinion. You can email me at ejb678@gmail.com. That's ejb678@gmail.com. I had to do this show. It's still being talked. I even Instagrammed a couple pictures out, and I got all this big response on my Instagram picture of the slap, and then I even tweeted out, and I got all this response from the Twitter world. So I had to do a podcast show on it. So if you want any comments, please email me at ejb678@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. Please also download it from Podbean, download it from Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Audible, and of course, Spotify. That's right. We still bringing it, and we still gonna face the biggest issues, even when it's within our own community. That's how I bring it. Peace out, folks. Yo, Will, look after your back, bruh. We out.